What's up, you guys? Welcome to episode number 2 of Chasing Questions. Excited that you guys are here. Today we're going to talk about 3 questions that you guys submitted. First up is, what is the most important scale? And for me personally, the most important scale that I've learned over the last 20 years has to be the pentatonic scale, because not only can you use it in major and minor keys, but if you learn the 5 box patterns, and I'll put a link to the box patterns in the description below, if you learn those patterns, you can do a lot. So here's an example. Excuse me for the camera quality audio on this guitar, but let's do a little jamming on what I'm talking about here. So let's start with G major. Cool thing about that is you could switch it to its relative minor, E minor, and play the same exact box shapes in the same area. So let's try another one. Let's try C major. So C major's relative minor is A minor. No sharps or flats in either key. Let's start with C major, and I'm going to shift over to A minor. Again, we're moving the positions, so you're going to have to learn the C major pentatonic box positions, but then once you learn those, you're going to know the same boxes for A minor. A minor. So I added a couple notes there from the blues scale, but like I said, I'm going to include a link to the 5 pentatonic boxes below in the description, so I hope you enjoy that. It's going to be very useful. You're going to get a lot of mileage out of learning these scales. All right, question number 2 is, people are always asking me, what guitar books are you using to get good at guitar? And over the last 20 years or so, I've picked up many, some that are good and some that are bad. Actually, on ChasingSound.com, it's one of the most popular posts is, what are the best guitar books for beginner to advanced players? And I think this one, Creative Guitar Volume 1, is one of my favorites that I'm using right now, just to fill in any gaps that I've had from the past and work on some more advanced stuff for the future. I'm also going to leave the links to both posts I wrote about the best guitar books in the description. Again, there's about at least 15 books or so on there that are really, really good that I should suggest you check out. But this one is from my favorite guitar player, Guthrie Govan. He's from the Aristocrats. He's also played in a lot of other bands. But Guthrie is one of the best guitar players on the planet. I'm sure that's not really up for debate. I hope it's not. But in the book, he goes over all sorts of different things regards to scales and chords. He talks about the caged system, if you're a fan of that. But there's also a ton of information on technique and what Guthrie likes to call general stuff. That being said, he gets into the most minute things, stuff like dealing with guitar injuries, which happens to all of us, and how to progress through them, or how to not progress through them. And it's just a very info-packed book. It's one of the best books I've seen, most amount of value that I've gotten out of many books. But if you want to see more, again, links in the description, go check it out. There's lots of good books there. Books from Berklee, books that are from beginners to advanced. There's a ton of stuff there. So go check it out, and then let me know in the comments, what's your favorite? What's your favorite book that you've used to get better on guitar? I would love to know. All right, and finally, I've been talking about this for a couple weeks. I was able to go to the G3 tour, and people wanted to know, how was it? So rather than just describe it, I'm going to show you some of my pictures that I took from the orchestra seats at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Cool thing about this tour is it's been going on for a very, very long time with different guitar players. It's Joe Satriani's tour, and he always gets a lot of cool guitar players to join him. This time he had Phil Collen from Def Leppard open up the show. and he, he did a little bit of shredding, and it was kind of cool. But what really was cool was when he broke out his band called Delta Deep, and his singer was from New Jersey. Very cool. She kind of stole the show. And Phil Collen was pretty good, but I would say, when he got his whole band on there, that's when they really were shining, because, he's coming from Def Leppard, has written a lot of great pop rock songs, or, rock metal pop songs that are very catchy. But his new blues band is really what I was digging. And then up next, we had John Petrucci of Dream Theater, who I've been wanting to see solo for a long time, and I never have. I've only seen him in the context of Dream Theater. And John Petrucci was just incredible. His tone was amazing. His crowd, getting the crowd to get into his music was amazing. And he's just one of the best guitar players out there, hands down. Definitely probably the most technically proficient of the three, I would say. And brought the most metal of any of the guitar players of the night. So John Petrucci, very cool. And then of course, we ended with Joe Satriani, who came out and had the most energy of any of the three guitar players. Had a great band. Brian Beller was on bass. He also had, who else did he have? He had Mike Keneally on backing guitar and keyboards, who was equally as good as Joe Satriani. So a credible band, just an amazing band. And a lot of energy, a lot of classic songs that made him popular, playing a lot of stuff off the new album, which was really cool. I really liked that album. And then finally, the G3 Jams. All of them come out, and that was really cool. Joe had the singer of Deep Purple come out and do a couple songs, which was awesome. And then he also had Alex Skolnick of Testament come out and play guitar, another amazing guitar player. So it was technically G4, but man, an incredible night. If you can go see it when it comes back, hopefully next year, I would say go check it out. It was definitely worth the price of admission. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in to episode 2 of Chasing Questions. If you have a question you'd like me to answer on the next episode, please feel free to leave it in the comments, and I will try to answer it in the next video. I got a lot of other cool stuff coming up on the YouTube channel, so if you're not subscribed yet, try to do that right now. That would be awesome. And if you could leave a like, that would also help other people find this channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon.